What is the happiest country in the world? Finland is ranked as the happiest nation in the world for the 5th consecutive year, according to the 2022 World Happiness Report. In the yearly study, which was published on Friday, March 18, 2022, it is followed by Denmark, Iceland, Switzerland, and the Netherlands in terms of how happy its residents believe themselves to be. The remaining top 10 are dominated by European nations, such as Luxembourg, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. In fact, Israel and New Zealand, who were placed 9th and 10th, respectively, are the only nations outside of Europe to make the top 10 in 2022. The United States moved up 3 spots in the rankings this year, landing at number 16, while the United Kingdom stayed in position at number 17 from the previous year. The fact that China improved in this year's survey from 84 to 72 indicates that people's opinions of how their nation handled the pandemic may have also contributed to an increase in general well-being. Finland continues to have one of Europe's lowest COVID-19 mortality rates because of its extensive safety measures to stop the disease's spread and a high rate of population vaccination. According to Anu Partanen, author of The Nordic Theory of Everything, people have been suffering in Finland as well, of course. But once more, individuals in Finland and the Nordic nations are really fortunate because society still maintains a structure that cushions these kinds of shocks. What makes people happy? Society has always sought after the idea of happiness. Psychologists, biologists, and philosophers have been interested in what makes people happy for ages. According to research, 3 key ideas are happy-making. The following 3 elements have an impact on happiness. 1. Meaningful relationships with others. 2. Maintaining a pleasant hobby or work environment. 3. Giving back to the community or those in need. Having tight ties to friends and family is the first factor. Living a happy life requires having a strong support system. In times of difficulty, supportive connections may be a great resource for well-being and stress reduction. People are typically happier in general when they are content with their familial, friendship, and romantic connections. People are sociable beings by nature, and they actively seek out social engagement. Possessing a fulfilling pastime or feeling content or pleased in one's job are the second and third factors that affect happiness. An individual spends the majority of their waking hours at work. They are more likely to be content with their lives if they spend their time engaging in important employment that brings them joy. Possessing a pastime is another element that affects happiness. A person's enhanced skill set in a particular area enables them to feel accomplished as they advance in a personal activity. It can also help with stress relief. Giving back to the community and helping those in need is a last strategy for living a happy life. Giving to others makes you feel wonderful. It's a naturally good deed that helps other people. A great method to raise someone's spirits is to support charitable initiatives with monetary contributions, donated items, or volunteer efforts. It may also encourage the development of ties within a community. Happiness and material goods. It has long been disputed whether happiness can be found through worldly possessions alone. This is consistent with the idea that material possessions can provide happiness. Research has demonstrated that this is untrue. The richest individuals are not always the happiest. In addition, happiness and fulfillment in life can be had without being wealthy. Happiness cannot be purchased with money or other earthly possessions. It can be maintained most effectively by upholding meaningful interactions and connections with people while maintaining a healthy dose of self-care and stress management. According to research, people are happiest when their basic needs are being supplied by prosperity. They are thus nicely clothed, housed, and fed. Their daily needs are all satisfied. Any money attained above this point does not always signify a better rate of happiness attained through material possessions. Some people may feel sad and agitated as a result of focusing on material possessions and wealth accumulation. They could be distracted by materialism from their hobbies and family. Or it can force them to take a job they don't like in return for a bigger salary. Only when it offers the necessities for survival can wealth lead to happiness. The 20 happiest countries in the world. In addition to Finland, here are the 20 happiest countries in the world, according to the 2022 World Happiness Report. Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Switzerland, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Sweden, Norway, Israel, New Zealand, Austria, Australia, Ireland, Germany, Canada, United States, United Kingdom, Czechia, Belgium, France. Why is Finland the happiest country in the world? The major life evaluation question in the Gallup World Poll provides the data on which the World Happiness Report draws its annual rankings of 146 nations. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 representing the best potential life for them and 0, the respondents are asked to rank their existing lifestyles. This year's top 10 nations varied from New Zealand, with a score of 7.2, to Finland, with a score of 7.821. Afghanistan received the lowest rating, 2.404. Using information from the primary life evaluation question in the Gallup World Poll, the World Happiness Report builds its annual rankings of 146 nations. It asks respondents to rank their current lifestyles on a scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being their ideal life and 0 representing their worst. This year's top 10 nations ranged in ranking from New Zealand at 7.2 to Finland at 7.821. The score for Afghanistan was the lowest, 2.404. Jeffrey Sachs, an economist at Columbia University and one of the report's co-authors, told the Associated Press in 2021 that, "We find year after year that life satisfaction is reported to be best among the social democracies of Northern Europe. Trust is high in those nations because people feel safe there. The public has a high level of trust in the government and each other." If you've ever thought about moving overseas, keep these categories in mind as you begin your expat life. However, Finland is a terrific vacation spot even if you just have a week to spare because of the welcoming population, vibrant culture and coffee scenes, and unrestricted access to nature. Vaccinated Americans traveling to Finland no longer need to provide a positive COVID-19 test at the border. The museums in Helsinki will excite art and culture enthusiasts. Amos Rex, a renowned museum of contemporary art, and Udi, a centrally located, energy-efficient public library envisioned as the country's living room, were both inaugurated in Helsinki in recent years. Finland also offers plenty of opportunities for outdoor happiness. Finns, like many other Nordic citizens, have a strong connection to nature and spend time outside even in the coldest months. Finland also has more than 3 million saunas for people who wish to seriously unwind. 5 things science says will make you happier. Practice daily gratitude. It has been demonstrated that feeling grateful has benefits beyond elevating your mood. People who take the time to jot down a few good things about their day tend to be happier, healthier, and more energized. They also sleep better. The trick is to intentionally do this on a regular basis as a habit. Consider establishing a brief ritual of thankfulness. Try listing 3 things you liked about the day before as you take your coffee each morning, for instance. Alternately, make it a routine to list 3 good aspects of your day just before bed. Your 3 things can be significant: the fact that you're healthy, or seemingly little, a lovely flower you noticed while out walking. Science actually demonstrates that, in contrast to significant life events, it is the tiny, everyday encounters that make us happier. Surround yourself with positive people. Happiness spreads easily. According to a seminal 2008 study, being a mile away from someone who is happy increases your own happiness by 25%. Reach out to a friend who often has a more upbeat outlook if you're feeling low. When you need a little bit of positive reinforcement, reach out to individuals who also experience it, since your brains contain mirror neurons that will essentially imitate what another person is expressing. Practice regular acts of kindness. According to research, practicing tiny acts of kindness and spending money on others make us happier than doing the same for oneself. Any simple act of kindness can brighten someone's day. Here are some simple ways to be kind. Hold the door open for someone behind you. Say thank you and mean it when you pick up your next cup of coffee. Donate clothes to a local shelter. Help an elderly neighbor with yard work. Bake a dessert to share with your co-workers. Spend more time with family and friends. One of the secrets to longevity may be friendships. In fact, a research indicated that loneliness and limited social engagement can both be twice as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes each day. Call a friend over your lunch break or, if you can, go for a walk with them. If you have a hectic week, think about asking your friend to run errands with you on the weekend. Invest in experiences, not objects. According to research, when people spend their money on experiences rather than things, they feel better. Positive feelings stay longer because we can replay things in our minds for a longer amount of time. So think about trying a new yoga class or inviting a friend to the movies instead of buying that new pair of jeans. Thank you for watching. View more our channel videos.